Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available February 2025, the birth of Gypsy Rose Blanchard's baby, the album. Dad. Who's dad? I don't know. Shimmy, shimmy. Rock on, gold dust. Players only love you when they're playing. Boost! Let's talk about a player today. Let's talk about Miss Gypsy Rose Blanchard today. Oh my Lord, she's pregnant. She's having a baby. Gypsy, could you slow down on the drama a little bit? Okay. I have on my list of videos to make that I was going to make a video about you announcing that you had a job. Okay. Gypsy Rose Blanchard came out and said that she had a job now, and that her job was that she was an author. She was a writer because she was going to write this book. See? And then she, started coming for all these celebrities online. And then she was doing collabs with all these influencers and stuff like that. And then it's like this divorce drama has been, have you guys heard about all the divorce drama recently? Well, that's been like the major drama, okay? Now she's come out today, and there's already like 14 drama commentary videos, every magazine articles. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is pregnant, oh my God! So I saw this, right, come up. I started seeing people, like, covering it because I had a completely different video that I was going to film over here today. Actually, I think I'm still going to film that video because I think it's an important video to film. And I spent a long time last night researching and outlining this video while I was watching Season 5 of Sister Wives. And my time is very precious, okay? My time is very precious. I was, on one hand, very consumed about the 4 houses that they're building on Sister Wives in Las Vegas. And at the same time, I am researching all of Raw Beauty Christie's anti-LGBTQIA plus rhetoric. And so that was going to be my video today. In fact, I was completely prepared to do that. I got done with therapy today. I sat down to have a little, I thought my coffee was right here. It's not, didn't bring it upstairs. I sat down to have a little cup of coffee and I started rolling through the YouTubes and things like that. I started seeing all these people doing videos talking about Gypsy Rose Blanchard having a baby. And I was like, Gypsy Rose Blanchard's having a baby? So I Googled, okay, I love the Google so much. Do you all love the Google? I love the Google. Back when I was growing up, I've said this a million times, but we had the Encyclopedia Britannica, okay? Which meant that if I wanted to find out if Gypsy Rose Blanchard was pregnant, because my parents, they didn't invest. And then I remember going over to people's houses and they had the Encyclopedia Britannica. Do you remember that? Where it was like one book was like A, then it was B, and then it was like C through F. And you'd like to have to go over there to research something like do snakes poop to do a paper for 3rd grade or something like that, right? Or if you didn't have a friend that had them, because my parents never had them, okay? If you didn't have a friend that had one, then you had to go to the library. And if it was the library was closed, you were effed, right? So if I wanted to find out back in the day if Gypsy Rose Blanchard was pregnant, I'd have had to go, and they wouldn't have listened. They wouldn't have put an amendment up as quick as People Magazine does, okay? So I love the Google so much. You can literally find stuff out like that. But sometimes it's not true. So I got on the Google today, and I Google searched Gypsy Rose Blanchard pregnant, and sure enough, this article by People Magazine comes up. I mean, she announced it about 3 hours ago, 45 minutes later. I feel so bad. Who is this writer on here that wrote this article? I should probably look it up and give a little shout out to this person. Hannah Sachs and Angela Andaloro and Emma Aaron Baker. I feel so bad for you girls. Listen, you thought you were having an easy Tuesday of going to get some caramel lattes and just hanging around in the office all day long, and then you got a call from your editor, and they're like, Gypsy Rose Blanchard posted a YouTube video, she's pregnant, get back. You're like typing like Gabby Hanna in that video back in the day. I feel sorry for you girls. Listen, that's why I decided not to go into journalism. Gypsy Rose Blanchard might be the reason why I chose not to go into journalism. No, true story, because I can't keep up with her drama. She says she wants to stay out of the drama. Okay, girl, tomorrow it's going to be some other kind of drama. So I read the beginning of this article, and it says, Gypsy Rose Blanchard is pregnant, expecting first baby with boyfriend Ken Urker. Gypsy Rose Blanchard announced she is pregnant on her YouTube channel on Tuesday, July 9th. And my first thought was, Gypsy Rose Blanchard has a YouTube channel? I didn't know about it? No, true story. Do y'all think that way? That was my first thought. Hold on, I need a little lip gloss. Well, lip balm. I'm now back to the Twizzler lip balm. I love these big lip balms so much. When you pull them out in public, people think you're crazy, and I don't care because I am crazy. But anyway, But I was like, Gypsy Rose Blanchard has a YouTube channel? How did I not know about that? So I go over here, right, to Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I put in, she must be shadow banned like Gabby Hanna. Gabby Hanna got 2 shout outs, okay? And those 3 girls that work for People Magazine. How did Gabby Hanna get 2 shout outs, now 3, I guess, in a Gypsy Rose Blanchard video? But anyway, remember Gabby Hanna said she was shadow banned on YouTube? Well, anyway, so Gypsy Rose Blanchard, her channel must be shadow banned because when I pulled it up, I saw a video by Adam McIntyre, I saw a video by some other people. I could not find Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I put Gypsy Rose Blanchard's channel, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, I put upload date, I put the channel, I put Gypsy Rose Blanchard pregnant. I mean, it pulls all kinds of stuff up there, but I could not find Gypsy Rose Blanchard's YouTube channel. But no, sure enough, here it is. Gypsy Rose Blanchard. At Gypsy Rose Blanchard on the YouTubes. She's got 25.1 thousand subscribers and she got 4 videos. Okay, let's see what it says more about this channel. She got TikTok, she got Instagram, she got a YouTube channel, and she joined January 31st of 2024. This is where, when Gypsy Rose Blanchard says that there's like no motive to her game. Okay, she got out New Year's Eve or something like that, and 31 days later, she had a YouTube channel. Don't tell me this girl wasn't thinking ahead, okay? She knew what she was doing, right? She always plays so dumb. First of all, I just have to say, before I get in this video, for those of you that have never watched me cover Gypsy Rose Blanchard before, I'm only covering this for you. I have no interest in Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I'll tell you what I have interest in, okay? I have more interest in why people are actually interested in Gypsy Rose Blanchard than Gypsy Rose Blanchard herself, okay? I think she is dull. I think she is boring. I think she is a convicted murderer. I let her live her life. She served her time, okay? And I feel bad for her for the abuse that she suffered when she was growing up. But, you know, I don't understand the obsession with Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I really do not get this, okay? At all. I don't get it, okay? You know, people like Eileen Wuornos suffered extreme abuse, okay? I don't think if Eileen Wuornos was in prison right now for her 10 convictions that she got for killing people, I don't think if she was having a baby that anybody would really give a shit about it, okay? I don't think anybody would be giving a shit about Eileen Wuornos and all that kind of stuff. And people are like, oh, you can't compare Eileen Wuornos to Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Well, why not? I can compare whoever I want to. If you look underneath this video, my video says Peter Monn, okay, on here. I can talk about whoever I want. I compared her to that Natalia Speaks girl, Natalia Grace, because I feel so bad for her. I still see people be like, oh yeah, she was trying to kill that family. I mean, everything about that Natalia Grace, and the only reason I compare those stories is because they came out at the same time, okay? Natalia Speaks documentary came out at the same time that Gypsy Rose Blanchard got out of prison. Natalia Speaks, people are still like, oh, she deserved what she got. The girl got literally like, she was like an orphan from another country that was rehomed like 5 times and abused in every home that she was in, okay? And people accused her of murder, and she's like, I didn't even murder anybody. I couldn't even reach the top of the bed. She never even murdered anybody. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is getting taken to Sephora by Alexis Oakley and things like that, and people are lifting her up, and she's a convicted murderer, okay? Crying on a pregnancy video about hoping that she's a better mother than her mother. She hopes that she can give to her baby what her mother never gave to her. I hope to God she is, girl. Because that is not a pretty future for you, okay? If your daughter is the same as you, I mean, it's not a pretty future. And I feel bad. I do, okay? For what Gypsy Rose suffered. But I know, and I have said this in a lot of my videos, okay? I have so many friends of mine, okay? That were in foster care systems, that were essayed and art and left and right multiple times, scared for their lives, okay? I mean, on and on and on and on. Ain't nobody caring about them. They didn't get in social media sites and they didn't kill anybody. They graduated, turned 18, paid their own way through college or started getting jobs. They have families of their own. They're good citizens of society today, right? You know, so for me, this whole thing is that Gypsy Rose Blanchard is more of she's more of like a representative of people that were like went through abusive situations in their childhood and their stories never got told. And so Gypsy Rose Blanchard is more of like, she is a symbol of that for people who didn't feel like they ever got to, their stories never got to be told. And I totally understand that, right? Okay, I still don't think it justifies that she murdered a human being. And I don't understand the fascination with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, all right? And if people don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't get it, all right? So anyway, but I go over here and I'm looking at Gypsy Rose Blanchard. She got 4 videos up on her channel, okay? The first one is, hold on a second. Is it 4 videos and a short? I think that's what she's got. She got 1 short over here. Awkward morning at Waffle House. Don't care, girl. 11 days ago. So she started her YouTube channel 11 days ago. Gypsy Rose YouTube Q&A. Well, I'll have to watch out for a further video. 74,000 views. Get ready with me for a photo shoot. Girl, don't care. Don't care, okay? See somebody do your hair. 22 views. That was 5 days ago. I'm pregnant. My journey so far, 95,000 views. So, I go in here and I watch this video, okay? The video is 9 minutes and 1 second long. And in case you wanted to know about Gypsy Rose Blanchard craving orange juice, and she does have the morning sickness and things like that. She goes in there and she tells all that. That's like the first part of the video, okay? What's interesting to me about this, and I Google search this because whenever I throw shit like this up in a video based on my own personal knowledge of every friend of mine in my entire life being a woman that has had kids, whenever I say these things, somebody's like, oh, that's not true. So she's 11 weeks pregnant and she's announcing it publicly to the world, okay? Of which she has taken much issue with the world coming for her and saying, all this and causing drama. She even addresses the online drama in this video, okay? So she's 11 weeks pregnant, and that was where my Scooby-Doo ear went up, and I was like, don't people usually wait at minimum, like with their families, to announce it at, I mean, we're talking about a huge public figure, okay? Don't they usually wait like 12 weeks? And I think it was like 15 to 20 weeks that most people publicly do that are like celebrities and stuff like that. So sure enough, I looked up the articles. Every article was said, minimum they usually wait 12 weeks. It's usually 12 to 20 to come out, especially public figures. It's more close to like 15 to 20 weeks. So I thought that that was a little interesting. I almost kind of wonder if, I mean, she's obviously known that she's been pregnant for a while. I wonder if she's deciding to come out about this now because there is so much drama circulating about her divorce. Okay? And I wonder if this is not, to some degree, I mean, she's got PR people around her. I know she does, okay? If this is not somewhat a PR tactic, that they were going to come out with this at some point. Obviously, she was going to announce her pregnancy, right? But why now? Why at the 11-week mark? Not why at the 12-week or the 14 or the 20-week mark? Was it that you were, because a lot of people are like, oh, she comes out with this now, blah, 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 whatever. I mean, it's not like the girl got pregnant just to create more drama. I don't believe that, okay? I don't believe that at all. But I do think it's interesting when they announced it. I think the announcement is interesting to me. So it's almost like this deflection tactic to divert attention away from everybody talking about the drama with the divorce over to her pregnancy with this new boyfriend of hers. And I think that's part of what it is, because she's gotten herself in quite a bit of like influencer drama lately online, and people are kind of coming for her, and the tides are kind of turning against Gypsy Rose Blanchard a little bit. So I'm watching this video. At the beginning of it, she says, it's a surprise to me as much as it is to you guys, like we weren't planning it and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, right, like that makes sense. Like you get out of a divorce from this guy that you said was the best thing since sliced bread. Now you don't want him no more, and you've come out with all these claims of how he was this horrible husband, and now you got you a new boyfriend, okay? Because like the best thing that they will tell you is the thing to fix your problems. I mean, that if you're in a horrible relationship, the thing they will tell you to do is to get out of that relationship and turn around and get in another relationship. This is where I don't believe that Gypsy Rose Blanchard is in any therapy whatsoever, okay? The person that probably should be in the most therapy, I mean, other than Colleen Ballinger, but the person that should be in the most therapy is, I don't believe she's in much therapy at all, because any therapist would say, I don't think this is a very smart choice, okay? You got out of prison, you married this guy, now you're getting divorced, you're making all these claims about him, about how horrible this relationship was, and you literally turn around and you're in another relationship already, and you're pregnant with this guy. Like, this is, like, okay, all within the matter of, I mean, what is it, 7 months? I mean, come on now. Like, I mean, just to look out for, this is where people are like, oh, yay, she's pregnant. Does anybody care about the mental health of Gypsy Rose Blanchard? I have said this in multiple videos, okay? When people want to come for me and be like, oh, you don't care, blah, 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 whatever. Like, listen, okay? I care enough about another human being. I don't really give a rat's ass about Gypsy Rose Blanchard, but I care enough about another human being to know that all these influencers, all these people out there are just using Gypsy Rose Blanchard, okay? And when it's all said and done, and she's sitting on the other side of this, and ain't nobody, Alexis Oakley or none of these people calling her up anymore to go to Sephora, she's going to be like, I got used, okay? And now she got married, divorced, released from prison, got a huge internet career, all this kind of stuff, got a new boyfriend, and now she's pregnant. In 7 months, y'all don't think that's a lot for somebody that went through what she went through? For you people that sympathize with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, okay? For the rest of you, hey girl, how you doing? For the rest of you are like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit either, okay? But it's interesting to me that all these people that want to like sing her praises, it's like they don't look at all this. Like, I mean, that's a lot, right? I mean, getting pregnant is a lot. Getting divorced is a lot. Getting in a new relationship is a lot. Sharing all that online is a lot, okay? Going to prison and getting out of prison is a lot. All of that together in 7 months? Girl, no way, okay? But she does say at the beginning of this video, she says, it wasn't our plan to get pregnant. But then she talks about going to see her OBGYN or something like that because of like the birth control and things like that, and that her doctor said something about like, we need to put you on medicine because you're not ovulating. And so I'm like, okay, but she doesn't really say like, and my doctor put me on this medicine. But I'm like, if you're not trying to get pregnant, okay, then why are you going to your doctor talking about getting off this birth control, and you're having conversations with your doctor about ovulating and periods? Obviously, she was thinking about getting pregnant. There obviously that discussion at some point, and she'd already fed that out online and said that she wanted to be a mom at some point. You know, now when you look back at those points that she came out, she already probably knew that she was pregnant. Those interviews came out less than 11 weeks ago, okay? So she at that point already knew that she was pregnant, right? When she was talking about how she couldn't wait to be a mom, she knew she was pregnant then, all right? So, yeah. Anyway, so I wanted to go in here and read this article. Then I want to read y'all some of the comments underneath the video, because they are not in favor of Miss Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Okay. Gypsy Rose Blanchard announced she is pregnant on her YouTube channel on Tuesday, July 9th. And I just want to thank, again, the writers of this People article, Hannah, Angela, and Emma. Thank you so much for informing me that Gypsy Rose Blanchard had a YouTube channel, because I was not aware of that. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is going to be a mom. Yay! Who gives a shit? Anyway, the Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup star 32, who after years of being subjected to painful medical abuse, played a role in the 2015 killing of her mom, Dee Dee, is expecting her... I think it's interesting the language they use. Who played a role. No, she was convicted of being part of that. She was convicted. It's not she played a role, okay? This isn't role-playing like my husband goes, I'll be the patient, you be the doctor, okay? We're not role-playing. She was convicted, okay? I mean, I think people sometimes kind of like want to use certain words, like People magazine, okay? Blanchard shared the exciting news for who? For her? For her, okay, not for me. I could care less. In a video titled, I'm pregnant, my journey so far. And her journey so far, this is where it's like, it's so cringe to watch, because she's like, yeah, like, kind of like how I knew is that, like, I was really, like, I had weird cravings. I was, like, craving orange juice. I'm like, girl, listen. When I eat macaroni and cheese, I was just talking to my neighbor about this at the pool yesterday. When I eat macaroni and cheese, I won't even make macaroni and cheese if I don't have bread and peanut butter and orange juice in my house, okay? Because with macaroni and cheese, I have to have a peanut butter sandwich and a glass of orange juice. It just goes together. And if that don't make sense to you, I don't know how to explain it otherwise, okay? But if that makes me pregnant, then I've been pregnant probably 25,632 times in my life, okay? And ain't no babies to show for it yet. But lots of macaroni and cheese. But that's all I'm saying, okay? So orange juice apparently is her craving du jour today, okay? Posted on her YouTube channel on Tuesday, July 9th. I know the rumors have been flying around for quite some time now, she explains, and I'm happy to announce that I am 11 weeks pregnant. Ken and I are expecting our very first child come January of 2025. I thought she said February of 2025 in the video. I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive she says February. She continues, adding that this was not planned at all. It was completely unexpected, but we're both very excited to take on this new journey of parenthood. Never miss a story. Sign up for People's free... Okay, it goes on. Is that all? Okay. Later in the video, Blanchard addresses some concerns she's heard from her followers. I know that there are going to be people who feel like I'm not ready to be a mother, she says, and I don't know if anyone's really ready to be a mother. She then got emotional about the opportunity of being a loving mother to her child. All the things that I wanted in a mother, I want to give this baby, she says. While wiping her tears, Blanchard added, I am a mother now. She was like this. It wasn't like she was, ah! It wasn't. It was like she wiped a tear, I think. She says, while wiping her tears, Blanchard added, I am a mother now. I am happy. I just want to be a good mother for my child. I want to be everything my mother wasn't. In May, the former inmate and Munchausen by proxy, the convict, the former inmate, it's not like she checked into the Holiday in prison, okay? Like, I mean, I don't, like, these words that People magazine chooses to use. In May, the former inmate and Munchausen by proxy victim opened up to People about rekindling her romance with Urker. While serving time in prison for her role in the killing of it's, again, the language, marriage. Blanchard was in a relationship with Urker, who first started as a pen pal. Urker proposed in 2018 in the relationship that ended years prior to her 2023 prison release. At the time of her release, Blanchard was married to ex Ryan Anderson, whom she married while she was in prison. Ken and I reconnected as friends, she said. It wasn't like jump out of a marriage and then let me meet up with you and boom, we're in a relationship, she said. We had kept a friendship for the longest time. He was in a relationship, I was with Ryan, and so we were living different lives with respect to our partners. Wish you the best type of thing. And then he realized that it was probably a better relationship for him to be with somebody that's internet famous, that's making millions of dollars. And so he said, fuck my girlfriend, so I'm going to get together with Gypsy Rose Blanchard. We're going to have a baby and I'm going to get world famous. They don't say that, but that's probably what it was. After her marriage to Anderson fell apart after 2 seconds, Blanchard told people that Urker is who she turned to. It wasn't until I knew that my marriage was over that I was like, I would like to see you and let's hang out, because we never got to hang out before when I was in prison. No, girl, that's kind of what goes along with being in prison. You should know that, right? Like, you don't get to just hang out with your good Judies. Hey, want to come over? We can get play checkers in my cell. Okay, I mean, girl, it's not how it works. Okay, you should know that. I would say that Ken is my first love because that's when I thought your first love was that dude that killed your mom, okay? Girl, you don't never mention him, ever, ever. The guy that's still sitting in prison for killing your mom that you can't ever stop talking about in videos to forever be the victim when people want to call you a murderer, okay? That dude that killed your mother for you, I thought he was your first love. Oh, that was what the Lifetime movie would have us to believe. I would say that Ken is my first love because that's when I honestly felt like a mature love. Oh, okay. It wasn't based off of a fantasy. I get what you're saying now, girl. Fantasy Island. I loved that show so much. It was right after Love Boat. I loved it so much. But at 8 years old when I was watching Fantasy Island, not at like 30 like you are, when I was, maybe, I don't know how old she is. She was 23 when she went to prison or something like that. When I would watch Fantasy Island at 7 or 8 years old, I knew that was fantasy. Girl, you were living Fantasy Island, coming up with fantasies of killing your mom, and then you went to prison for it, and you thought that was, it was based on fantasy. That wasn't mature love, okay? You know who it was mature love for? It was mature love for your mom, okay, who's sitting in the ground dead because she didn't have an option in that fantasy. And this is my one thing, is that Gypsy Rose Blanchard constantly wants people to say, I've changed, I'm a different person, let me show you what how I've changed. Okay, and I grant it, we all deserve that, right? And I feel bad for what she suffered as an abuse victim. But she never gave her own mother that same opportunity. She was a grown adult. She wasn't even living with her mother at that time, okay? She didn't give her mother the same opportunity to show people that she could be a changed person. You know what I mean? She could have taken her on Dr. Phil and confronted the fuck out of her, right? But no, she didn't give her that option. No, we're just going to end your life. That's what we're going to do right here and now, okay? And now we're going to play victim about it all these years later. It was actually based on a connection that two people have for each other, added Blanchard. She always comes across as like she's the expert of everything. I'm like, girl, based on what, okay? In May, Blanchard's, don't y'all just like, I am so waiting for Gypsy Rose Blanchard's prison girlfriend to come out. I am so waiting for that, okay? I am so waiting for Gypsy Rose Blanchard's prison girlfriend to come out and be like, well, Gypsy Rose Blanchard and I, we were in love. I can't wait for that memoir. In May, Blanchard's stepmom, Christy Blanchard, told people that Urker was moving to Louisiana, where Blanchard lives, to be with her. I mean, when was this? In May, 5 months after she got out of prison, and she's still married and going through a divorce. This guy decided, this is so crazy to me, okay? To be with her. At the time, Christy also admitted that she was the one who pushed her stepdaughter to reunite with her former fiancé. It's all my fault and I'll gladly take the blame. I wanted them back together, she told people exclusively. I made that happen. What's interesting is that they quote the stepmother, but they don't talk about how in the video, she says in there that she was really never that close with her dad. She really never had a dad in her life. But her stepmother is quoted in the People magazine article. That's interesting, isn't it? I did more research on 5 minutes than they did trying to whip up this video. I am almost positive that she said February she's due, but I could be wrong about that. Gypsy will finally get her happily ever after, she continued. Kids moving to New Orleans to be with her soon. He found a place. Gypsy is so excited to have him closer. A love like theirs comes once in a lifetime. You just know there's a reality show coming from this. You just fucking know there's a reality show coming from this. Speaking with people in December 2023, Blanchard discussed how she'd have to explain to her future kids how her time in prison, nothing that she knew, it'd be a hard conversation. We're in love, said Blanchard, who was still with Anderson at the time, but also it's hard because I'm going into a new life and I'm newly married and I'm going to have kids one day. Well, that's all over now, girl. You got a new man and you got kids with him. And I'm going to have to explain to my kids why their grandmother on Mommy mommy's side isn't around. And that's going to be a really hard conversation. Well, the conversation would be, I killed your grandmother because she was abusive to me. That's what you've said to everybody else. I had no other options, right? Okay. Whenever someone says, do you think that because of what you went through, you're going to do that to your kids? I say, you know what? Absolutely not. I believe that. I don't believe that because she went through this abuse, she's going to be abusive to her kids. I think there are situations like that, but I think that's where therapy and support systems are vital to situations like this to make sure that these things don't repeat themselves. I think she has to be in therapy, and she has to have a strong support system around her, and I hope this man of hers is very, very involved, you know, because we do see situations like that. We do see abuse repeat itself and repetitive cycles of abuse and things like that. Years and years, repetitive cycles of abuse. Grandmothers to mothers, to mothers to daughters, to daughters to daughters, to daughters to we see that happen, right? So I hope to God that's not her case for her or for her kids. You know what? Absolutely not, said Blanchard, who has gone through years of self-work and continues to receive therapy, she says. I have learned what not to do. I have no concerns about my parenting when it comes to that. Okay, good. Gypsy Rose, Life After Lockup, airs Monday at 9 a.m. I could care less. I don't watch any of the Gypsy Rose Blanchard shows anymore. Okay, Gypsy Rose sentence. Let's look her up since they just want to say People Magazine wants to claim she played a part in it. Gypsy Rose Blanchard made a deal with Greene County Prosecutor Dan Patterson, who took into account the abuse she had suffered at her mother's hand, reported Ozarks First. She pled guilty to second-degree murder and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. So no, People Magazine, she didn't just play a part, okay? She pled guilty to second-degree murder, okay? And I think that needs to be known when we talk about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. She's not just a girl, you know, getting plastic surgery or getting her hair dyed blonde or going through a divorce or hanging out with influencers. She killed her mother, okay? She pled guilty to second-degree murder, all right? Even the prosecutor who took into account the abuse, they still gave her second-degree murder, okay? They didn't let her off scot-free and say, oh, we feel so bad for you, all right? So I think that needs to be said. Now, I have said this many, many times, all right? I think she served her sentence. She served her time, okay? Let her live her life. I don't understand, and I'm very confused about the world's intrigue and interest in Gypsy Rose Blanchard. It's baffling to me. Now, if you just noticed the sharp jump cut that occurred in my video, that's because I ended my video and forgot completely that I wanted to read some of the comments on her pregnancy announcement video. So before I close this video, I want to read to you some of the comments that are on her video. Hold on just a second. Okay, so I'm going to read these down top to I'm just going to go down. This comment has 885 likes on it, and it says, this is our very top comment, and it says, this is all moving entirely too fast. Let's see some of the replies. Yep. Someone says, it's her life. I agree, it's moving way too fast. But like I said on Instagram post, girl, ain't nobody reading your Instagram post. Number 2 comment, I just hope Gypsy gets intense mental health therapy before baby gets here. Number 3, girl, a baby does not make a man stay. Ain't that the truth? Okay? That is the truth right there. Shout out to all my single mamas out there. Okay, the next, I'm reading these straight down, you guys. Ken left before he will leave again. A baby has never made a man stay and left you at the lowest point of your life, serving time in prison. That's why I can't wait for that memoir, My Time with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, Love in Prison. Told by Sally Jones, her prison girlfriend. This is the weirdest shite. Super early announcement. Talks as if symptoms are over. They haven't even begun. We both come from a broken home, then proceeds to say she didn't have her dad around. Really? Is that all that happened in that home? Man, I just really feel sorry for the kid. This is pure madness. Somebody said, I mean, when you have unprotected sex, you can't say it was unexpected. Just do your little one a favor and get off social media and be a good mom. These are straight down, you guys. In less than 6 months, you're released, divorced, in a new relationship, and pregnant. What's next? What's next? Buying Ken his own bar with your money? Ken came back because you got famous and Christy pushed it, her stepmother. He broke up with you because he didn't like you. His reasons, he told Christy, were garbage. He didn't need you to find yourself. Has she found herself yet, though? I don't know. I'm not seeing that. He just didn't like you, and now... Okay, this is a little harsh. We will face life together, but Ken dropped you because he didn't want to wait on you in prison. You really needed time to heal, not a baby. Somebody said, having a baby for attention and an obsession with Ken will surely backfire in the worst way. I'm sorry, but this is insane. You ditched the guy you married for your ex just to have a baby with him while he's supposedly cheating on you with a man. Congrats, though. No offense, it's just naive to think that a baby will bring a couple together. No way, Gypsy. Ken and Ryan all going to be on Maury this time next year. I agree. And that will probably be the only show that I will watch about it. I don't know why I'm all choked up about it. I'm so choked up about this Gypsy Rose Blanchard stuff. Oh my God, it's making me cry. But can somebody let me know when that Maury Povich comes out? I want to see the DNA test, okay? I want to see a DNA test to see if the baby is the prison girlfriend, because that's where I'm putting my money. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.